I've been working all day and I need to get some fucking food in. I've been working. I hit the gym, went for a run, did some yoga, did some meditation, ran back, and now I'm here live with you guys. So be patient with me. I gotta eat a little. Anyways, guys, hit me with your questions. If you have any questions at all, let me know. If not, the concept that we're going to talk about today is the concept of how to do a decent approach. A lot of times when I talk about subjects that are a little bit more deep. So they're more about, for example, we talk about anxiety, we talk about neediness, we talk about dynamics, like a lot of these almost spiritual topics, I would say. This time, this time, we're not talking about that. We're talking about something that's super, super practical, actually. We're just going to talk about how you can do a really good approach, like the actual technique of approaching. So pay attention because in this live, I'm going to explain to you exactly how you do the perfect approach, how to do an approach in such way that it has a very high likelihood of succeeding. Because one is a spiritual component to this, which is what we talk about a lot. You know, we talk about anxiety, we talk about committing to the approach, like really committing. Don't be like, oh hi, no, be like, yo, hey. So that's one. But now I want to talk about more the practical steps of an approach. Like, what do you actually do? There are certain rules that you have to follow. So let's start with, let's say you're a complete newbie. Mm. If you are a complete newbie, I would recommend that you go direct. Why? Because I want to get you comfortable with showing interest. So you just go over and all you do is you just say, hey, I like you. What's your name? This is not the best way, but it's very good for a moment to go through it with being very, very direct because it's going to teach you a skill. It will teach you that it's okay to be direct. It's okay to show interest. It's okay to be bold. That's what it's going to teach you. As soon as you feel completely comfortable with going direct, we switch. We go to indirect. This is where you just walk up to someone. You're like, yo, hey, blah, blah, blah. You just start talking. You basically start making noises. Mm-mm. But let's say you're walking in the city. Wow. You see a girl. You like her. She looks nice. Maybe she's wearing that specific short skirt that you like so much. Maybe she has very nice hair, whatever. You like her. Now, what do? You approach, okay? You don't give yourself too much time to think because the more you think, what's going to happen? I mean, you know what's going to happen. You're going to think yourself out of it. That's what's going to happen. So don't think, go. Always like this example. Your brain doesn't have as much power over you as you think. Because, for example, if I hold this and I'm like, oh no, I cannot do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And in no world I can drop this thing. I cannot do it. I can. So even though my brain tells me, oh, I cannot, blah, 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 you can. You always can because you have control. You have a body. So what you do is when you see her and you like her, doesn't matter what your brain says, you just go. You take your one foot and put it in front of the other. Then you do that again and again and again. And then you say, hey, excuse me. That's it. You can do that. You can just literally do that. You have free will, motherfucker. You can do whatever you want. Use it. So the first thing you do is you decide I'm gonna approach and you just walk. Then rookie mistake number one: speaking not loud enough. A lot of times we feel very shy about doing this. So what we do is we make ourselves small. And the best way to spot that is if someone has a small voice. So they approach and they approach like, oh, hey, excuse me. The girl literally does not acknowledge them. She doesn't even hear it, keeps on walking. And they're like, fuck, I got rejected. You didn't even get rejected. She didn't even hear you. How can you reject someone that you don't hear? So first thing, you have to speak loud. And when you think you speak loud, most likely you're not speaking loud. When I say you have to speak loud, I mean loud. Do you hear my voice? Like, I'm loud. If I approach a girl, I'm loud because I want her attention. I'm not like, hey, excuse me, hi, hi. She's not gonna hear me. She's gonna be like, who the fuck is this maggot? So when I walk up, I'm like, yo, hey, excuse me, hi, hey, I want to say something to you, like that. So then you have her attention. But this is so that's important. Speak loud. You have to be loud. If you're not loud, you're not even. It's not even. You're not even doing anything. Then what you're gonna do? There's two things you can do. One, you're gonna stop her. That's one. It was Sonny, my guy. There's two things you can do. So the first thing, you speak loud. If you don't speak loud, she does not even acknowledge you, and basically, yeah, you didn't even get rejected because she didn't even see you. So first thing, you speak loud. You make sure she hears you. Second thing, what's up, motherfucker? Second thing, the most common mistake is guys are just unaware of personal space. They are either way too close or they come from a very weird angle. There's two things you can do just to make this very, very simple for you. 8.5k cc in 2 uur. Wat bedoel je? What do you mean, cc? Yo, what's up, Eddie? Good to have you on, man. Anyways, two things you can do. One is you go in a very big circle and you just get right in front of her. And again, you speak loud. Big circle, right in front of her. Hey. Oh, motherfucker. Nice, dude. Sonny's kicking ass. Oh, that's really dope, dude. So, two calls, 8.5k. What's the offer? How much? I mean, how many? About two piffies? Fucking legend. Good question, Yatu. Because that's something completely different. What I'm talking about is cold approach pickup. What you're talking about is social circle, aka lukewarm approach pickup. So I'll go over that later. First, let me finish this. So with cold approach, cold means you don't know her, she doesn't know you, nothing at all, no connection. What you do is either very big circle around her, you stop her, you say, hey, excuse me, hey. And as I said in the beginner, you want to go direct. So you're like, I like you, I want to meet you, what's your name? Later, you can go a little bit more indirect because you understand now what it's like to be direct, so you don't have to do it anymore. So later, what you do is you just walk up, you're like, yo, hey, are you from here? You look like you're from somewhere else, and you just make conversation. Second thing that you can do, if she's walking like this, you can walk in front of her. So pass her, pass by her, walk in front of her. Don't walk after her. Don't walk behind her because then she has to do like this, and that's weird. It's like you're following her. Don't walk next to her because it's still too much. She has to do like walk in front of her, and then you turn around. You just start talking like that. So you walk in front of her. You turn around. You're like, "Hey, how's your day going?" Blah 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 blah. You just plow through. Just say shit, say shit, say shit. Crack a joke. Boom, 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 boom. Just make noise, basically. Make as much noise as possible. Check her reaction, see if she's comfortable. If she's comfortable, she's opening up, blah, 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 blah. You can then tell her, like, yo, stop for a minute. I like you. Let's talk for a bit. That's the two ways. So you walk in front of her. So she sees literally this. She's like, you're walking like here. You turn around. And what you do is like, hey, by the way, are you from here? And you just keep walking. You keep walking. So what you do is you make it very easy for her. She doesn't have to do anything. She was just going that direction anyway. She just looks a little bit like this. And you're just talking to her. That's the other way. Two ways. Let's go to your question, professional environment. First of all, let me ask you, have you mastered the skill of cold approach pickup? I'm assuming no. Please let me know. I'm going to answer the question like as if you didn't master the art of cold approach pickup. Mm. Because this tells me that this is what I see happening all the time. If men don't understand that they can just go over to some girl that they like, talk to that girl, get the number, and start dating her, you're going to depend on neighborhood, friend circles, or work. Most people meet at work. Why do most people meet at work? Because they don't know fucking cold approach pickup. But work, it's so limited. You're like, think about it. The world has gazillion people on it. How big is the chance that little Jenny from your work is the exact right partner for you and she happens to work in your work? Wow. What are the odds? You get me? I will give you a direct answer as well, how to maneuver it on work. But I want you to understand that the core reason why you're asking me this question is because you don't understand cold approach pickup. Because if you understand cold approach pickup, one, most likely you wouldn't even be interested in the girl on work because you had a lot of options that are actually a better fit for you. The only reason you're interested in this girl in work is because she's an option and you don't have many options. Does that click for you? Do you feel like, yeah, that's most likely what's going on? Mm. Because if so, I would say, and again, I'm going to answer your question, but there's one thing that you want, and that's answer to your question about how to maneuver this on the professional world. And there's one thing that you need. And right now, I'm giving you what you need. What you need is you need to create actual options. You need to go out there, cold approach, meet girls, meet friends, get them all together, create this amazing life where you have a continuous inflow of new girls. And then that would automatically solve your problem that you're having with the girl on the work floor. To come back to your question, how do you maneuver it professionally? This is very risky, actually, because mm, if you didn't do cold approach pickup a lot, and you don't have these skills, if you're going to do it on the professional floor, you could fuck it up because you don't have the experience. You don't understand. There's a lot of things that you don't understand. If you fuck it up, that could become very awkward. And you kind of don't want to shit where you eat, right? Just like in the gym. If you don't have the skills down, I would recommend you to not approach at the gym because in the gym, don't eat where you shit. You can approach, but be very casual. Same thing that I'm going to tell you right here. Don't take any risks with her because I don't want you to get fired unless you're the boss. That's a different thing. If you're the boss, then you're the boss, right? What's up, guys? Yeah, start doing cold approaches. That's the first thing to you. But then, talking about this girl on work for you, take it very, very easy because if you don't have experience, if you make a mistake on your work floor, then it could have consequences. You could lose your job or things can become awkward. Like you don't want that. So I would say if at work in your position, for me, I would make moves, but I have experience. For you, I would not make any moves. I would just talk to her, be there for her. If you're gonna make moves, make a move with sub communication. That means what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at her and just look at her for 1 second longer than you normally would, just to signal her like, "Hey, I see you," and give her that little bit of what I want you to do. And again, dude, don't overdo this because it's very risky what I'm gonna tell you here. Okay, what you want to do when you're talking to her, you want to imagine that she is sucking your dick. You want to imagine fucking her. Because what that's going to do is going to arouse you. It's going to bring you in an aroused state. And then I want you to show that with your eyes. But you're having very, very casual conversation. That creates two. Reading The Game by Neil Strauss of your recommendation. Nice. The Game, it's such an amazing book. Don't take it too seriously, though. It's really good for, it changed my life. It really did. It's really good for inspiring, where you're like, wow, there's this community, these guys, and these guys, they're doing this. They're studying psychology, and there's ugly guys getting girls. There's short guys getting girls. What's going on? This complete new world opens up to you. Don't take it too literally because the game itself, the techniques there, they are a little bit old dated, although they work. Not gonna lie, they work. A knack works, but in general, what you want to do is you want to evolve past that stage and really become more natural. So you don't depend on a story or magic tricks, or it's a little bit sad, if you're gonna do magic on a party to fuck a girl, it's a little bit sad. Unless you really, really like magic, then it's different. You get me? You want to become more natural, more authentic. Because for me, I never do shit from the game. I never actively apply shit from the game, but I'm sure I do apply shit from the game. subconsciously, because I'm just authentic, being myself, having fun, da da da. So that's why. My ex left and got another dude. They broke up now. She's back and we're fucking all the time. Do I take her back as my girlfriend or just keep fucking her and not take her serious? Good question. What do you think? I'll give you my opinion, but what do you think? Mm. By the way, I was explaining about this eye contact. What you do is you arouse yourself, you look at her, don't go take this too far, just 1 second. And then what does fickle mean? I'm gonna look that up. I'm not native English speaker. Fickle meaning. Fickle describes someone or someone that changes frequently and unpredictable. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Don't take her back. Because if she left you for another dude and now she's coming back, that's enough. That's enough. She left you for a dude. When a woman breaks up with you, she's literally saying, you're shit. You're literally shit. I prefer to be without you than with you. I know this is hard and I don't mean it in a hard way, but that happened. She's like, you're shit and there's someone else that's better than you. That was a decision that she made back then. She went out there and then she realized, fuck, he's not better than him. Her loss. Don't take her back. If you do take her back, this will happen again. Most likely, statistically, this will happen again. Maybe in a year, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years. If you're lucky, it happens in a year. Because if you're unlucky, it happens when you have fucking children, married, and it happens in 20 years. So I would say don't take her back, dude. Don't do it. So what you do with the eye contact, you just look at her, you think about her sucking your dick, you think about you having sex with her, and you look at her for 1 second like that. It's gonna look a little bit like this. Guys, don't worry. This is not gay, okay? Nothing gay is gonna happen here. It looks a little bit like this. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. You feel that? You feel gay now? I feel gay. But yeah, that's how you do it. So when you're on the work floor, you have to be way more subtle. You can't tell her, hey, I like you, want to go on a date, because things can get very, very awkward, especially if you don't have experience. Most likely, if you don't have experience, most likely at the same time, you don't have the intuition. You didn't develop the intuition to feel the situation at work. As I said before, and by the way, Tile, I really appreciate that, man. I really do. I give my all. I really do. I want to give as much value as I can. I post 20, 30 fucking times a day. I'm like a maniac with it. I really love what I do. So I'm going live a lot, trying to share as much value as possible. I think I'll grow. I've been growing really, really fast, actually. I think I gained 2K followers in the last 3 weeks. So, but I'll remember you. When I'm big, I'll remember you. The OGs. We're the OGs, guys. Never forget. We did it, okay? We were here together in the beginning. But no, seriously, appreciate that, bro. As I was saying, if you don't have this intuition, then you're doomed. If you don't have the intuition, you're gonna fuck up. But how do you get this intuition? The way to get this intuition is by getting experience. It's with everything, right? For example, my other job, I do sales. I'm really good at sales. In the beginning, I wasn't. I made mistakes. I couldn't feel a situation. I said the wrong thing, and it was like a disconnect. Like what? And then make the sale. Now, dude, I know exactly what's going on in the other person's mind. I know exactly if they're afraid. I know exactly if they don't believe it's possible. I know all of these things because I put my reps in, right? So the only way to get that intuition where you don't have to think about it, but you just feel, is if you get the reps in. But you can't get your reps in at work because you're going to fuck up your life. You get me? If you're going to get your reps in at work, you're going to talk to Jenny, Petra, all these girls at work, and they're going to be like, what the fuck are you having a mental breakdown? You'll get fired. So where do you get your reps in? Random girls. They're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. You go to the mall, you talk to 20 girls. You go out, you party, you talk to 20 girls. You just talk to girls all the time. That's it. That's literally it. You can really simplify this. If you just talk to 10 to 20 girls every day, that's a lot. I understand that's a lot. A lot of you, you're busy with your life as well, but at least, dude, at least talk to 5 girls every day. Doctor, if you would just do that, you don't need me, you don't need theory, you don't need any of this. You'll figure it out. It's going to take you longer than if you have someone that already has 10, 20,000 approaches in his sleeve. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but you're going to get the results if you just do that. Because if every day you just do this, even you don't even have to actively do it. If you just subconsciously, you're gonna pick up like, oh, this worked, this didn't, this worked, this didn't. And before you know it, you're gonna have like tricks, just like with sales. Like I said, when someone says like A, in immediately I'm like, okay, this requires B. And boom, you're sharp, you're quick, you know exactly what you're doing. And at that point, you're gonna be hella confident because you have the ability to back it up. 100%, dude. 100%, dude. You got it. You should start rizzing up random chicks. That's the best place to start. 100%. They are literally everywhere. Wait, I'll show you. I'm going to show you guys. Let me see. See this? Fuck, there's no girls. Doesn't matter. They are literally everywhere, dude. This is one thing, and I'm gonna answer your question, Tile. Give me 1 second. This is one thing that's the beautiful thing about cold approach. You get unlimited shots. Not at your work though. You will get fired. But out and about, you can talk to people. It's legal, you know? Sometimes people say that's how you end up in jail. No, dude. If you're gonna be weird and creepy, yeah, then yeah, you're gonna be don't do that. But if you have any sense of social intelligence, you're gonna see, okay, she's uncomfortable. Let me pull back a little bit. Oh, she likes this. Okay, let's engage. So they're everywhere. You get unlimited shots. You can just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. Every time you shoot, you get rejected. Next girl, she doesn't know that. She has no idea. So every time you get a new shot. So even if you get rejected 10 fucking times and you're at this point like, fuck, and there's another girl and you see her, you're like, yo, hey, what's your name? She doesn't know you got rejected 10 times. She doesn't know shit about you. You get the reset button every time. And maybe the 10th girl, she's like, wow, this dude, let me suck his dick in the toilet. Right? So I'll answer your question. What's your biggest piece of advice? Being physically shaky or nervous during an approach? Yeah, I'll tell you what my advice is there. The best thing to do, because a lot of times what happens is we don't like that. Right? Or do you like it? I don't think you like it. So a lot of times we don't like that feeling, right? Fuck, I'm shaky. Fuck, I'm anxious. Fuck, I'm nervous. So we resist it. And there's this spiritual law that states whatever you resist, it will stay. And it's true. Because as long as you're like, fuck, I'm shaking. Oh no, fuck, fuck, fuck. It becomes worse because now you're resisting it. So the art is to accept it. And if it helps you, this is what I teach my students. If it helps you, you can even share it with her. And it's not the best thing to do, like game wise, but it's the best thing to do for your spiritual development. Because, let me explain. What's going to happen if, let's say, you're like, fuck, I'm nervous, fuck, I'm shaky, and you're going to walk up and you're going to hide that, she's going to be creeped out. Because women are super intuitive. They know, dude. She knows. And if you're going to act a certain way, you're like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Oh, but deep down inside, you're like, fuck, what am I doing? She's going to feel that, and it's not going to be congruent. And she's like, this guy's hiding something, and she's going to be weirded out. So it's better to embrace the fact that you're nervous, use it as a weapon. What you can do, listen, you walk up to a girl, you say, hey, excuse me, hi. You know what? I'm actually really, really nervous right now, but you stood out so much that I was willing to overcome my nervousness and just come and say hi. You left me no choice. What's that like for her? She's going to be like, wow, this guy's nervous, but he overcame his fears for me. Oh, stop it. They love that. So they think, wow, this guy has some cojones. This guy's got some big balls. He's nervous. This is scary for him. And it also makes sense for her. She's like, that's what I'm feeling. That's why he's behaving a little bit shaky. Because he's nervous. And it's normal to feel nervous. We're all human. I'm glad you liked that joke. I liked it too. It was a pretty good joke. I'm not gonna lie. But it's normal to feel like it normalizes you. It makes you a human. She will say, "Ah, I understand." And then the best thing that can happen if that works out. So you're sharing it with her. I'm actually really nervous, but I'm doing this anyways. And she's like, "Wow, I appreciate you sharing that with me. That you're nervous, and you don't have to be nervous. You don't have to be nervous." And she gives you your number. That's the best thing that could happen to you. You want to know why? Because you're gonna see with your own fucking eyes. Wait, apparently, it's okay to be nervous. Apparently, that doesn't matter. Apparently, she likes me, even if I'm nervous. I guess I can be nervous now. Then, when you finally allow this nervousness, you see that other people accept it. Now it's easier for you to accept it. You're like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm nervous. Okay, let's do nervous game. Sometimes I'm sad. Like I talked about the life yesterday. I get sad a lot. Like my emotions are up, down, up, down, up, down. I've been like this my whole life. I learn how to deal with it, but I get sad. Guess I'll do sad game then. I guess I'll just be like, excuse me. It's not that, but my vibe is going to be a little bit lower. I'm like, yo, hi, and I'll share it with them. Like, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit sad today. I don't know why. I'm just feeling sad, fucking sadness. And they're like, oh, yeah, I have that too sometimes. Boom, you're connecting on a human level instead of, where did you get that? And that beautiful smile. Whoa, that never works. That's good for clicks. That's good for views. It never works. Because she's like, yeah, it never works. It's fucking ridiculous. It's retarded, but not retarded enough to work. So if you can go full retard where you don't need lines like that, but you can make up shit like that, that works. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, then what's gonna happen? This is the beauty. This is full circle. This is really how you deal with it. Then, and you can't do it because of this, because then it doesn't work. Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna see, wow, she likes me even when I'm nervous. Wait, maybe I can like me even when I'm nervous. You're gonna do nervous game, shaky game, nervous game, shaky game. Then you're gonna get results, positive feedback, sometimes negative, part of the game, but also positive. Every time when you make an approach, you tell yourself, fuck yeah, I am such a legend. Look at me. I'm sharing that I'm nervous. I don't give a fuck. This is what I'm experiencing right now. I'm a legend. So you're pumping your own state. You're training yourself like a dog to take action. Every time you take action, you confirm yourself positively. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Then, this is the full circle moment I was talking about. Then, what's going to happen is that you're going to accept the fact that you're nervous. You're going to be so okay with you being nervous that finally it can transform because you now finally allow it to be there. And when you finally allow it to be there, it can run its course through your body. Doesn't mean it's going to be gone forever, but this is something you can experience in one day. Doesn't have to take months. Could be next day is back. That's fine. You're building this muscle. You're building it up and building it up and building it up. But that's what's going to happen. Like you're going to accept your nervousness to such deep level that you can finally, it just disappears. You approach, hey, I'm feeling nervous. You know what I find with my students a lot as well? If we do this, hey, I'm actually nervous when I want to talk to you. After a while, you don't even feel nervous anymore, but you keep saying it. Now it becomes like a trick. You're not nervous, but you walk up, you're like, hey, I'm actually pretty nervous. And she looks at the student and she's like, no, you're not. And the student is like, I guess I'm not. And they realize they're not nervous anymore. Does that answer your question? Or do you have any follow-up questions about that? If so, let me know. Fuck, this is good. It's literally yogurt, blueberries, and banana. So easy. I'm from the Netherlands, man. How about you? Where are you from? Dude, is that you in the profile picture? Is that how you look? Nice. I was in LA 2 weeks ago. It was hella fun. Dude, you look fucking sick, dude. Epic. I really like your appearance. It's very unique. I appreciate that. But I was in LA. You know, I never understood the song from South Park where it was California, city of the homeless. When I was in LA, I got it. I finally understood. Damn, like fucking Zombieland there. It's insane, dude. But yeah, mm, I was there for a boot camp with Owen Cook. I did pretty well, to be honest. To be honest, it was more challenging. I think that's mainly because it's real. Like these women are different. They are not. They are in LA for a reason, you know. And I felt that there was this idea, like, oh, do you have money? Who do you know that I know? Who's famous? But I just plowed through, and I was pretty successful there, actually. So yeah, it's a real thing. LA people, they are. I've only been to LA, so I don't know about the other cities in the United States. But I did feel like, yeah, they were a little bit different. They have like a shield. You know, they have a shield. You just need to break through the shield. If you can make them giggle, you can fuck them. Basically, it's not that simple, but you get the point. It's just that they have a little bit of a shield because they have a lot of options, and there's if you're offering her like, let's go for a walk. At the same time, there's a guy offering her to fly to fucking whatever. You know, is it wrong to let some of these women come up to you? If you look good, they usually will. What's wrong about that, dude? It's a gift from God. Sometimes when I'm out, I'm just talking to people. All of a sudden, like the perfect 10, like the one that I actually wanted from the beginning of the night, approaches me. She's like, hey, what's your name? And I just look up. I'm like, thank you, Lord. I love you. I'm like, oh, it's a gift from God, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I would definitely capitalize on it. And the thing is, you look very extraordinary. Like look different. It's very unique. So there's a lot of girls that really don't like your look, but there's also a lot of girls that really like your look. So you polarize, you make them pick. So the average girl most likely is not going to be into you just for your looks. You can get them with your personality and with your games, but they're not going to be into you just for your look. But you're going to have some girls that are just, they look at you and they're like, fuck yeah, this dude. That's good. That's it. Because you're extreme. Like you look very unique. It's a unique style, and some girls are really gonna resonate with that. For example, some girls, they really like nerds. Some girls do. Some girls don't. But if you dress and look average, then you don't have this effect that you do. So, for example, me, I have a lot of tattoos. That I'm pretty buffed. I have tattoos. I look like a gangster. You know, I have the slit in the eyebrow. I look like a gangster. A lot of girls really like me because of that. Some girls don't want to have anything to do with me because of that. So it's not good. It's not bad. It's just honestly, authentically expressing yourself with the way you dress, the way you look. And if you do that, you're most likely going to attract girls that are a good fit for you. Does that make sense? Great. Any other questions? If so, ask me now. If not, I'm gonna hop off and eat, and then I'm gonna go to the barber. Then I have Muay Thai training, and then I have work. Good question. Most of it, yeah. Not everything though. I also read a lot of books. The Game, Models by Mark Manson. I was very much a self development junkie. I did a lot of meditation when I was younger. When I was 20, I was always meditating. So that made me really grounded in my own reality in a world where social media is trying to grab your attention. People are saying shit. Men are women, women are men. Everyone's confused. What are we doing? Attention span is zero. I'm focused. So that's a very unique thing that I did myself by that wasn't really trial and error. I did two boot camps. I invested in myself in two boot camps. What's up? Hey. 2 boot camps. Then I told the people where I did the boot camp, brother, I want to be a coach. They said, okay, you're a coach because I was good enough. And that's because before I did the boot camp, I already went out on my own. I did tons and tons and tons of approaches, dude. You have no idea. I have been in the fucking trenches. I have been rejected so many times. So many times. But I'm also very successful with girls. So yeah, most of it was trial and error. Um, Besides that, I used to look at RSD. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I know how old you are. The more you do what's uncomfortable and force yourself to approach, the easier it becomes. Yeah, because for me at this point, sure, I'm human. Sometimes I get nervous. Sometimes if I'm been working like a hermit for the whole day, I go out. I'm like, sunlight, and then I see a really gorgeous girl. I'm like, oh, it's the woman. Oh, but typically I don't feel like that, and that is because I have been through the trenches. I've done the work. I have seen it all. So normally, if I just have a normal day, what's gonna happen if I see a beautiful woman? I don't get that anxious. I'm just like, huh, interesting. I get a little excited actually, and then I just walk over and I just open my mouth and make noise. That's literally what I do. I just make noise. Not literally. I say words. I make words. But that is my mentality. I'm gonna walk over, open my mouth, and just make noise. So yes, the more you put yourself in uncomfortable positions, the easier it becomes. It's kind of like the same thing with weightlifting. If you lift weights every day and every day you do more and more and more and more and more. So let's say you start with 10 kilograms, you do 10 kilograms like this, and it's very heavy for you, but then you do 12, 15, 20, 100. If you do 100 and you're going to go back to 10, is it going to be difficult for you or easy? Fucking easy, light work, right? So if I tell you that I went out alone all over the world, different countries, I've been in Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Peru, Colombia, Spain, Poland, in Europe, tons of cities in Europe. I went there by myself alone. I went out at night and just crushed it. I entered the club alone. I don't drink, mind you. I don't drink. I don't use alcohol. So I entered the club and then I just start fucking talking to people. And in the beginning, yeah, dude, that's fucking scary because I'm traumatized. So whenever I'm in a big environment with a lot of people, a lot of happening, I shut down, right? So I had to go through that. I had to be in the club the whole night, not talking to anyone, feeling like a fucking creep. But then I started talking to people, and it took me years, right? But you start talking to people, you overcome your fear, you do it, you do it, you do it. Now I can go out by myself, enter the club, make fucking friends. I can make 10 friends, get 10 girls' number, have an amazing night, have a lot of fun. If I can do all that, and I learned myself that just by being uncomfortable and going and doing it anyways, how difficult do you think it's for me to talk to a girl if it's just one girl on the street? Light work. It's like the 10 kilos, right? It's like, of course. Does that make sense? Amazing, dude. All right. I'm gonna hop off because I have some shit to do. Amazing, dude. Have a good night. By the way, I don't know if you are already familiar with it, but I do also have a YouTube. If you want more long form content, I see we're on Instagram. If you want more long form content, go to my YouTube. You can find it in the link in my bio. It's way more in depth. It's way more, because on Instagram I need to adapt to the TikTok brain people, so I need to say silly shit to grab the attention. I don't like it, but I have to. On YouTube, I don't have to do that shit. I can just genuinely express what I feel. All right, bro. Have a good night. Happy to have you on. Happy to share some value with you. And this was good fun, dude. It was good fun. I'll be back online tomorrow. Peace out.